This is a full breakdown of the proposed Nutley Board of Education budget for fiscal year 2026 to 2027. We'll cover where every dollar goes, what it means for your property taxes, and when you can have your say. The Nutley Board of Education is finalizing a budget that crosses the $100 million mark for the first time. Total spending hits $101.15 million, up 8.3% from last year. The tax levy, which is the share funded by local property owners, jumps over 9%. The biggest piece of the operating budget goes to instruction, totaling $30.56 million. That covers teacher salaries, classroom programs, libraries, and staff training. The category grew by nearly $6 million, though much of that reflects how special education spending is now categorized rather than entirely new spending. Employee benefits are the second largest category at $25 million. Health insurance for district staff rose by about $5.1 million, a 31% spike in a single year. District officials say this one-line item accounts for most of the overall budget increase. Special education spending totals roughly $14 million in this category, though some related instruction is now counted elsewhere. $7.35 million goes to out-of-district tuition, which is what Nutley pays when students need specialized programs the district cannot provide in-house. Underlying special education costs are essentially flat year over year. The remaining major categories cover the day-to-day machinery of running schools. Nearly $13 million funds principals, transportation, guidance, athletics, and nursing. Another $7.3 million covers custodians, maintenance, and security. $3.3 million pays down debt on past construction projects. Here is a reality check from the budget documents. Of the $89.8 million operating budget, 97% is locked into fixed costs like salaries, special education obligations, and utilities. That leaves the board with just under $3 million in truly discretionary spending for supplies, textbooks, athletics, and unexpected expenses. For the average Nutley homeowner, this budget translates to about $392 more in school taxes next year. That is based on a home assessed at just under $495,000. The increase is roughly 72% larger than last year's bump of $228. The biggest structural change is moving 6th grade students from elementary buildings to John H. Walker Middle School. The district has already authorized classroom alterations and library changes to make room. Officials list this reorganization among the strategies used to balance the spending plan, and implementation details are still being worked out. Several programs are seeing notable reductions. Basic skills and English as a second language funding was cut by more than half, from $864,000 to $420,000. Capital outlay and charter school payments also dropped sharply. The district also cited trims to athletics, supplies, maintenance, and summer hours as part of balancing the budget. Nutley is still spending $9.7 million below what New Jersey's adequacy formula says it should cost to properly educate local students. That gap has narrowed from $15.5 million last year, but it remains substantial. Because Nutley moves school elections to November, this budget does not go to public referendum. The board votes to adopt it directly. Here is where things stand. The board approved a tentative budget on March 23, and the Essex County Superintendent signed off in mid-April. The formal public hearing took place on April 27. The next step is the board's vote to adopt the final budget, after which the user-friendly summary will be posted online. Residents who want to be heard can speak at Board of Education meetings, typically held at Nutley High School, with 3 minutes per speaker. Written comments can also be submitted directly to the board office. The full advertised budget is posted on the district website, where the final user-friendly version will appear after adoption. That's the full budget breakdown. The complete written deep dive is available free at Nutley, New Jersey Substack.com. Subscribe so you never miss an update. And if you find this useful, a small donation at ko-fi.com/govthroline helps keep this reporting free and independent.